Hi, this is Steph from Surgery App. This is a training course for receptionists, administrators and managers on the new workflow management system we've developed for Surgery App to help you manage patient queries. So patients in the app, as you know, can submit patient queries, clinical or non-clinical, but mostly non-clinical, through the app. We'll share our screen now, and you can see here, we're in our test surgery, Grange Road Surgery. We scroll down, patients can submit an admin query. Now, the reason we've put this button in is because you get a lot of phone calls per day, but approximately 40% of the phone calls coming through to you guys are non-clinical. So they relate to fit note request for a new sick note or a continuation paper, a doctor's letter. Whatever the case may be, patients can submit these non-clinical queries to you now digitally through the app. Now, if you've got a platform like eConsult or Ask My GP, an online triage platform, you may already have a way of managing this. But for those practices who do not use eConsult or a kind of online triage platform, usually those patient inquiries will come into your email inbox, your inquiries or admin at inbox. But it's very difficult to manage that inbox, and there's no audit trail there. So what we've built is a workflow management system. So when a patient does click on, I have an admin query, and for example, request a private letter, you will all now be able to have a portal for Surgery App, and your manager can set this up for you very easily. So when you can save this URL and make it a favorite. Then each time you log in, you can see there are two buttons here: form submissions and registrations. Registrations are for patients who want to register for My Health Online. So in the app, patients can now register for My Health Online. If they click this button down here, register for online services, they can fill out the form, and exactly like they would register for My Health Online in surgery, they can now do it in the app without having to come down, and they can also upload their ID. So that's for registrations. But today we're going to concentrate on form submissions. So the patient has submitted a form. They've clicked on the I have an admin query. They submitted a form, and let's, for example, say they submitted request a private letter or form. They filled the form out with the necessary details. That then gets submitted, not to email anymore. It will now get submitted into this portal here. And then you can click on form submissions, and you can see all the forms outstanding to be completed. So again, this will hopefully help to reduce the amount of phone calls coming through to you guys, and you can better manage these forms coming through this way. So we can see here I've submitted a test request for a private letter. If you simply click on view, then you can see this form that's come through. The patient details are here to the left, and the actual form with all the questions asked and the patient's response are in here. You can also, if you wanted to, download a PDF of this form, and you can also copy and paste this into your clinical records if you wanted to. But you can see here now we've got form details. This is a new form, but it's currently assigned to nobody. So you can also assign work to different members of staff. So some of you staff members may have responsibility for sick note processing. Somebody else may have responsibility to process acute, non-repeat prescriptions. If that's the case, and this is a form for request for a private letter, you can then assign this form to any member of staff in practice. So let's assign this to me there. And let's say I need to code this into clinical system. So I'll put in progress, needs to be coded to EMIS if you're an EMIS practice, or vision if you're a vision practice. So let's save that now. So now I've saved it. We can see here there's a complete audit trail. I'll make this screen bigger. There's a complete audit trail down here of the entry I just made. Need to be coded to EMIS or vision. I made the entry, and I did it on 24th of February at 4:30. Now, if I come in and say, well, actually, I'm not responsible for this, I want to allocate this to Leanne, I'll save that. So Leanne has now got that in her inbox. So there we are. That's gone to Leanne, and that's in her inbox to process. Leanne can now view this and say, okay, I'll code this to vision. So code it to vision, and mark as complete. Save. So now that's updated with the latest entry by Leanne and coded. I was saying my name because I'm logged in as me, but if it was Leanne logging in, it would be Leanne's name, code is complete, and the date and time. So when we go back into form submissions, we can now see that that form has disappeared and we're on to the next one. If you want to see any completed forms, then you simply can click on the button called Include Completed Forms. And then we can see requests, and you can search for the user, you can search for the name of the form or the patient, and then you can go into that and see, right, okay, we can see now what's happened with this form here. So this is a full workflow management system for you guys to help you manage patient submissions better. Very hard to do that in an email inbox because, for example, if somebody does some work on a piece on a patient query, they go on annual leave or sick, sometimes very difficult to find out what that person's done. So with the full audit trail here, we can see that we can view anything and all the progress for all submissions in here. So that's it. That's as easy as it is. We've built this to be very, very simple. I'll stop sharing now. We built this to be very, very simple for you guys to be able to manage this system. And if you have any queries, that's it. That's as easy as it is. So do speak to your manager if you do need any help, or get in touch with us. We can do one-to-one training sessions with you. But don't forget, the point of this is to try and reduce phone calls coming into your surgery, and to allow patients to submit non-clinical queries to you, and then for you to have a better management system in your practice to manage those non-clinical queries. Okay, that's the end of the training session. Any questions, please do get in touch. Thank you.